We say... Wait a minute. I turned down all our monitors before. What's up, Otto? I want to say hi to Otto from Otto and George in studio.
Thank you.
Playing the Comedy Shop in Pine Brook, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow night. JJComedy.com or call 866-552-6633, extension 1.
Extension 1. Yeah, is that what it said? I guess.
Makes it a little difficult. Go to OttoandGeorge.com for all of Otto's dates.
Thanks for having me on, man. You guys have never said no to me. I appreciate that.
That's because we're scared of you, Otto.
Sense of entitlement.
No, we're scared of you. That's why.
Yeah.
You look like you could be a problem.
It's getting hot in here. Isn't that your signal for what's?
It used to be. It used to be.
Yeah,
Master Poe, right?
Master Poe.
How is he doing?
We have a new signal.
No.
Steve is gay.
Oh,
Yeah, then he comes running in.
whatever happened to line of the day? You guys
We
don't
just
do
brought
that?
it back.
Just brought it
Literally
back.
2 days
Good.
ago.
Cool.
Anything we can do to shorten the actual live time of the program so we can get the fuck out of here sooner.
I don't know
That's
how you guys
we
do
roll.
it. I don't know how you do it every single
either.
day.
What line of the day? It's not that hard. You just
Yeah.
pop it-
Yeah,
pop it on the end.
I got into a sleep habit that is the worst one I've ever been in, and it's brand new. Never done this before. I go home about noonish. I sleep. Last night I woke up at 9 o'clock at night. I slept from noon till 9 at night.
It's a good night's sleep.
I
nothing wrong
got
with
up. I got up, stayed up, and fucking 4:30 in the morning. I get ready and I came in. So I haven't been asleep since 9 o'clock last night.
Oh, so this is
Yeah,
like
but
the
that's all
evening.
right.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like, but I don't like it
No.
because I missed the whole day. Like now, I don't want to do that when I get home because it's Friday. I
I
want to
did
hang
that
out. I want the
yesterday.
entire Friday.
Well, that's where you blew it. You should try to get back into some kind of
I
normalcy
can't
for
do
the
it.
weekend for yourself.
Yeah,
what I got to do
now
is
you're going to have
start-
to sleep till at least,
no,
4 or 5?
Start drinking immediately when I get home.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That'll work because then it'll reset the clock. Danny knows.
That's fucked up.
So
I don't know how you guys do
I'll
that.
be having some Guinness, and then I'll reset the clock.
Well, I'll go home and sleep, and then do a show, and then sleep a little bit. Then
Yeah, I can't.
have an afternoon nap. I just go on stage, just sleepy.
Sleepy. For a while though, I was going home noon, sleep until like 3 or 4, and then I'd stay up until like maybe midnight or 1 in the morning, go to sleep and catch like a few hours. But it just kept turning a little more and more.
Yeah.
Each time I'd sleep later and stay up later until just yesterday, I think was the first time I went like, I didn't even fucking go to sleep.
Do you still keep those hours on the weekend?
No, the weekend really gets fucked because I sleep. I don't get up for work. So I would never get up early on a weekend.
You don't sleep on
I
weekends.
fucking
You,
sleep.
you pass out on
doesn't
weekends.
doesn't your
You
body
pass out.
clock still make you go to sleep in the middle of the day, and you still wake up
Oh,
early?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that's what you used to.
I'm up by 7 every fucking Saturday and Sunday morning, and that's sleeping in.
Oh.
That's sleeping in.
Till I am noon. I'll
stupid
wake up
body
at noon,
clock.
and then I'll lay in bed and watch fucking crime shows.
Yeah.
Like fucking First 48 and
I
Forensic
wait-
Files until 3 in the afternoon.
I wake up early if I
Bed
get really
sores.
drunk the night before. Like the hangover wakes me up.
I hate that too. It's like, could I please sleep? I've
Yeah.
been laying in bed with a headache, just going, please go back to sleep. Please go back to
Can't
sleep.
force yourself to sleep.
It
doesn't work.
sucks with a hangover. Your head's pounding. Because sleeping through a hangover is great.
Yeah.
You're like, because if you're able to wake up early in the morning and go, oh my God, I feel like shit, and you fall asleep, you wake up like hours later and go, all right, I'm ready for a beer.
That's fucked
Yeah.
up because
This
I'm
is
with Jim
nice.
Jefferies, man. Hangovers wake me right the fuck up.
They wake me up.
But I don't want to wake up. It does that to me too. I can't sleep.
I
through
also-
it.
And,
That's
and
theory.
Otto's right too. You can't talk yourself into sleep because subconsciously it fucks everything up and
Nope.
puts you in some kind of panic state.
I
Next thing you
know.
know, you're staring at the ceiling even though you're dead tired. Otto, what do you think of the 9/11? We're up to 8 years. Any thoughts today?
I just remember having to work that weekend and how the audience just seemed to they needed some relief terribly, and they felt like I felt like I was really like doing something good for people. It was,
You can
people
do
were
some
just
Arab
so
jokes back
fucking-
then.
So in shock back then, yeah.
I was telling Anthony.
I wanted to grab a rifle.
I know,
No
right?
kidding.
It just pissed you off.
yeah, very.
I
yeah.
can't watch that because right now there's on one of the screens in here is TV station playing the real time.
Yeah, it's real time, like it's happening right
And
now.
I look at it.
I don't think it is real time because I've seen I've seen the explosion twice.
But it's 9:21 a.m. and then
it's
9.
It's in real time.
That's real time.
There were 2 planes.
And it's
that's
so
why 2
annoying
explosions,
to watch.
Jim Jefferies, who doesn't give a shit about
No,
our
I
country.
do give a shit. I
or-
just think if you watch this
or-
in real time, you can bake a cake, and then all right, when the building falls, then it'll be ready.
Oh my God! That's
so-
you know what? You know what?
Like you gotta have a laugh. Really, I'm not being nasty.
I'm just fucking with you. I know you give a shit.
Now we could see where the government agents were in there, and setting the explosives.
Thermite paint.
Thermite paint.
caused
I think I
that.
see someone in the lower right-hand hole from that. That's got to be
Oh, is that
awful.
that stuff that lavas up?
Thermite paint
Thermite
is
paint.
what
Yeah,
Jesse
like
Ventura is
model.
talking about.
But-
You know, he was a governor. That's terrific, and he thinks
the government brought down the building.
we're painting the walls with thermite paint.
It was a controlled detonation.
Yeah, that implosion bullshit.
Yeah, when you watch them, because I've watched a lot of those shows on Discovery Channel and shit like
Yeah.
that, and you see them go into these buildings and demolish them, and they have to rip the fucking building apart first. It's not like you just go in there with dynamite like fucking the Coyote. Yeah, you got to drill the beams out. You got to cut the fucking metal I-beams and then put shape charges
perfect
that
implosion?
slice
Yeah.
through. Yeah, and they were like, well, there were people working on the security system, and no, they're not running fucking concrete drills and running primer cord through the hallways.
What is that theory? Is that there were no planes at all, or that what?
They can never explain what happened with the planes.
There's a lot of theories.
What's the theory, though?
Stupid.
Why would it be a controlled explosion? What happened to the planes? Where'd they come from? Dummies.
Yeah.
I hate those
We
fucking
saw it.
idiots.
What about the
we
third
saw
building?
the fucking planes hit the buildings.
Yeah.
What's that?
I was
third
telling
building?
Anthony-
Shut up. You're a gatekeeper. You're not a truther.
Yeah.
We're truthers. You're like a gatekeeper.
I was telling it.
Shut up with your conspiracy talk, you
that what-
fucking cunt.
Is that what people say?
Yeah.
Gatekeeper?
Yeah.
All right, just be another one of the gatekeepers. Like we're keeping the secrets in and keeping you
I
out.
am the key master.
They're the truthers. Shut up. It's not World of Warcraft, you dummy. Go back in your basement and fuck your mother.
I was telling Anthony, 8 years, the technology's gotten way better. We all remember when the video hit of the first plane hit, and we're like, holy shit, someone actually captured that on film.
Yeah.
That's insane. And the angle and the footage was horrendous. And I'm like, now, and if this, God forbid, this happened again, you'd have 1,000 angles of the plane
That's
hitting.
true. That's
Because
true.
we all have our
iPhones.
fucking iPhones and
Everybody got the
Blackberries.
second one. It's
Dude,
true.
look, I
Yeah.
twittered the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Twitter.
Yeah. But
Fucking idiots.
There would have been people on the plane with internet.
Yeah, twittering.
Yeah, twittering.
You'd end up like Eric trying to capture every little horrific detail.
Exactly.
oh, don't bring that up again, please.
I'm just saying.
Please don't bring that up.
Eric's the worst.
What happened?
I got to tell Otto, Iraq, when the plane hit the helicopter over the Hudson River, it's happened kind of where Iraq lives. So he ran down to the shoreline or whatever,
Horrible.
and he started like taking pictures and tweeting like crazy, like he was the guy to go to, and his pictures were horrendous. You couldn't see shit.
No.
But he was so excited that he was,
But the way he
being a
labeled them,
reporter
too.
that
Oh,
day.
It's nice to have opportunities, isn't it?
Yeah.
The way he labeled his Twitters, too, his tweets. Ugh. He said, like, another body being pulled from the water. So you'd look at that and go, holy fuck.
gotta click
you
on
click
this.
on the link, and it may as well have been like you're looking out a mile into the ocean and seeing a little dot that was a boat, and you can't see shit.
That's Otis Redding.
Yeah. They're pulling another body from the water. Are they, Iraq? God damn.
Jesus.
Nothing.
Man, what a shitty day to be reading names, huh?
Oh, my God.
yeah.
the
Rainy
rain
and
is
really cold. The type of rain that
nasty.
goes sideways.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying before. You can say what you want about 2001, but the weather was nice.
That was a lovely,
It was a
lovely
lovely
day, wasn't
day.
it?
You know,
Nice and clear.
someone turned us on to something Rosanna Scotto said about that particular day. I want to play it. This is-
Rosanna Scotto, one of the news women.
yeah, here in New York,
Here in New
and
York.
I think she had Bloomberg on with her. So I think you're going to hear Bloomberg's response to what she said. Listen to this.
We were talking earlier that 9/11, 2001 was the most spectacular day ever. And since then, I can't remember a 9/11 that even came halfway close to that day.
Well, the weather.
Oops. Maybe you shouldn't have put it that way. What a fantastic day it was.
She didn't even mention the weather.
No.
She just went, what a great day it was.
What a spectacular day.
Like she was hoping for another tragedy to fall
Yeah.
on 9/11. That's what I got out of
You know
that
what
clip,
I remember about 9/11? Not having to go to work.
Right.
You know, everyone had a day off.
What an amazing, spectacular, wonderful day it was. Oh, the fucking weather. Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
We had some sunny, clear days on 9/11 since.
I know. She's an idiot.
Since.
You know what was cool about it?
It's just you remember that day because of what happened.
You guys
In Australia, it was like 10
were-
o'clock at night, so it was like really good viewing because, you know.
How'd that work?
I didn't have to wake up for it. It was
You
just
guys were
on.
broadcasting when that happened?
Well, we did afternoons
Oh, yeah.
then, so they were like, "Get your asses in." We're like, "Well, they've closed the tunnels and the subway and the trains. We don't." And they got us a studio on Long Island, and we met Sean Hannity.
Did you try and do a funny show? Or
Hell,
Oh,
fuck,
no,
you
that
know.
was impossible.
Really?
We pretty much
Buildings-
had a TV on, and we were taking calls from people that were freaking out. We were
Right.
like, "Holy shit, what's going
Yeah.
on?" You know. So
What? No,
This
Bill.
must have been back in the day. We go, and what's the phrase that pays?
yeah.
We never did the phrase that pays,
We're gonna stop.
motherfucker.
Opie and Anthony Rock. That's right. The
we
phrase that pays.
We did some
Remember.
hacky things, but we never did the phrase that pays.
Oh my God! A plane just hit the other building, and hey, remember it's Budweiser night tomorrow. We're going to be all day long. No.
No, when we were broadcasting, buildings were still falling down.
Oh,
I think
fucking
number
tough.
7 fell down while we were. Remember that?
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
were-
We saw people running.
right in the
and
middle
stuff.
of us trying to be experts on Muslim terrorism.
Yeah.
We didn't have.
we
a
all
fucking-
became experts in one day.
On the
Yeah.
day, were you already up to date on the whole?
Hell, fucking no.
I've been out to Iraq and Afghanistan and done gigs, and this is what soldiers have told me. They reckon that there's not a chance in hell that he's still alive.
Bin Laden, yeah.
Yeah, they reckon they've bombed the hell out of those mountains all around. They know where he would have been hiding.
Yeah.
And they reckon they've found no less than 9 dialysis machines.
Really?
And he was on dialysis. Now, how
Just
many...
leaves a trail of dialysis machines
Right.
wherever he goes.
How many... He's got to be running out of dialysis machines.
Yeah.
And if you want to find him, find the company that sends the dialysis machines and just follow that little bit of transport.
You know what though? He
But that
occasionally sends those tapes though.
No, but
Although he hasn't sent one
they,
since,
they
uh,
never
been a
the
while.
tapes are never they might already have the tape sitting there.
No, but sometimes he's referenced stuff that has happened
What, can
recently.
you speak Arabic or?
No, it
might be a loose
the translator
translation.
said so. I don't know.
A loose translation there.
He always looks like Scottie Pippen.
I don't
With a
fucking.
beard.
I don't.
Don't you think he looks like Scottie Pippen with a beard?
I'm not from Australia, but I was able to find out what a zebra meant when you said it, motherfucker.
That's pretty good, Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
The Chicago
Oh
Bulls.
shit, he does.
You put, yeah.
Oh
Oh,
damn,
my
it's
God.
fucking
He
Bin Laden.
does.
We
He's
found him.
Scottie Pippen without the, yeah.
Look, I know retirement was tough on Scottie Pippen, but he didn't have to do all this.
That's
We found
that's that
him.
whole thing that the Arsenal Football Club, which is one of the big soccer teams of the Premier League, right? Arsenal. Bin Laden, I think he went to university or something. He was a fan of Arsenal, and Arsenal said this. They go, "Well, he's banned from the ground after 9/11."
Wow.
And it's like, don't ban him. Give him a season pass. See if he'll fucking show up.
Yeah, maybe he'll show up.
You know what I mean?
Banned him from.
make
Yeah,
it-
wow, we're
do,
banning him.
Do a bobblehead night and see if he shows
Can we-
up for his bobblehead night.
I tell you what. Did I call that
That's
or not?
That's a good call. He does fucking look like
That
him.
is
Holy
good.
shit.
a little bit.
Scotty.
A little bit. It's outrageous.
a little
the two of
bit.
them.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't give us peace of mind that he might be dead there, Jim Jefferies. We need, proof.
Well, no, but that's
I think
just-
a lot of people need proof.
That's just what the soldiers told me. They think
How
that he's...
close were you to the mountains in Afghanistan? You went to Afghanistan?
I've been to Afghanistan a couple of times. Yeah, I've been right. Camp Bastion is where I normally do the gigs, and I go right in there and
Kick some ass.
they give me guns. They let me play. This is what happened to me. Right, they let you play. If we go to YouTube, I can show you footage of me playing with plastic explosives in Afghanistan.
Great.
Right, but they sometimes take it off. And what happened was they just let us play with guns and stuff like that. And then I'm molding. Right, this plastic explosive, and then I videotape it. I'm like, you know, when you come back from the airport, they take the little swab of your laptop or your.
shit.
I've got a fucking video camera. I'm just left Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Right? I'm at the airport. Where did you come from? Afghanistan. Why is there fucking bomb dust all
There's
through
all kinds of
your
C4 shit all over.
Right, and so I'm like, and I'm sat in this room.
I was playing
and
with
then
it.
I've gone to
Oh,
him.
so
I've
they
gone,
really grilled you hard?
and then I said, play the video camera. Play the video camera. You'll see what I was doing. You'll see that I was with soldiers. The guy literally presses play like it's gonna
it's gonna
he's
explode.
cutting the red wire. Just
that's
just pictures
good.
of me joking around.
Fuck.
If you put in Afghanistan, Jim Jefferies,
Yeah, that's what Danny put in.
is it? It's
Anything good?
It gets taken down every now and then.
They just don't want that up there.
People, because we weren't meant to be playing with guns and shit. They also let us play with the dogs, like that would chase you in the outfits and all that.
Oh, really? You got in the big puffy
You
padded
can do
outfits?
that all day. That's one of the funnest things you'll ever do.
Isn't that the best way to play with a dog?
Oh, you can punch the dog. The dog can run at you. You think, I can take this guy, punch it in the head.
You might be onto something with the Scottie Pippen thing. Colorado Brandon writes, "Oh, Scottie been Pippen."
Sounds just like it.
Oh, we got to get the rest of this Rosanna Scotto clip on, too.
Oh, right.
We were talking earlier that 9/11, 2001 was the most spectacular day ever. And since then, I can't remember a 9/11 that was
One where we
that
didn't
even
get
came
attacked.
halfway close to that day.
Well, the weather certainly is not, but there's also, in a more serious note, there has never been a 9/11 since then like that. 3,000 lives, a wake-up call to America that we aren't as separate from the rest of the world as I think we thought we were, and that we have to continue to fight around the world to keep our freedoms. And we see our young men and women doing that and sadly dying doing it.
Wow, Bloomberg kind of put her in her place there.
Shut her the fuck
Rosanna
up, right?
Scotto.
Yeah.
Listen here, bitch. You sound like an idiot.
We got Otto from Otto and George in studio playing Comedy Shop in Pine Brook, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow.
Reverend Bob Levy, you know that guy.
Of course. He's starting to do our show a little bit.
He is?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
little bit here and there. Rich, what's up?
Hey,
Hey.
I just
Hey,
want
Rich.
to say thanks to Otto and George. I saw him down in Hampton Beach about a month ago, and since then I can't call black people. I got to call them guilties.
Oh, my God.
Oh, thanks. I think I remember that, dude.
Yeah, it was me and my wife were over in the corner. You all
Right,
like,
okay, how are
ready
you?
to leave.
Me and my wife.
Yeah.
How many people
George
were
is
there?
very racist.
Yeah.
George is very
I have to
racist
say,
and intolerant.
But before I ever did a gig in America, I did Montreal just for laughs, and me and Otto worked together on the Nasty Show, and I have to say that Otto and George is one of my favourite acts in the entire world.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
just
know.
saying that to suck up. Nothing makes me
Lot of
laugh more
comics
than that
love-
puppet, man.
Love Otto and George.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really funny, man.
Comics are jaded. They,
They don't
It's
like
true.
anything.
They
it's hard
really
to make
don't.
a comic.
Yeah,
never like
yeah.
anything.
hard. Yeah.
Bunch of insecure cunts.
I remember, I can't remember who it was at the time, but the heavyweight champion of the world. That's like, there's like 10 of them at any given stage.
Yeah,
right?
depending on what-
One of the heavyweight champions of the world was in the front row of the Nasty Show, and George is just there going, "What, you got tattoos on there? What are you using black on black for, you circus ape?"
Holy
shit.
Was he a heavyweight?
It was the heavyweight champion of the world, and the puppet was being racist towards him. And I was
Wow.
going, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
That's
And in the end, the guy clapped, and they was like, "Oh, right, the puppet got away with it." Oh, oh,
yeah.
they
You
fucked
get
it
away
up.
with a lot of shit with that puppet.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Or a Larry King voice.
I got a mate. I got a mate in Britain who's a ventriloquist, and the guy came up to him after the gig and goes, "Oi, you tell that puppet of yours to watch his fucking mouth."
Oi, oi. Let's say hi to Richie in Arizona. Richie,
Yeah.
hey.
Listen, I've been in dialysis for 17 years, and there ain't no way this guy is dialyzing in a cave. It takes special equipment, special water treatment. This guy is not dialyzing in any cave. They haven't got him. There's no possible way. in the world
These
this
aren't
motherfucker is in a cave.
like just cave holes. They're actual concreted rooms that they're in. They're not. When they say they find. There's a whole infrastructure through those mountains that isn't. It's not what you think. It's not like the
Yeah,
Flintstones.
You ever watch Cities of the Underworld? This has been done over the ages of just
I've watched Cities of the Underworld, and
pretty amazing where they make a whole community under a mountain.
He's got
or-
enough money to have anything built.
Yeah,
that's right.
he's a
That's what I'm
billionaire.
thinking.
Yeah.
he needs to have a water supply, a reverse osmosis system, a special filtration system, and then all the equipment that goes on the machine. There's special dialyzers, which is an artificial kidney.
Right.
There's no way this dude's doing. I mean, if he's doing all this, like Jim said, trace that shit because that dude could be found easy. There's only about 5 companies in the world that make this shit. And
Yeah.
it'd be easy to find out who's supplying the shit to him.
I'm going to say it right now. The dialysis people caused 9/11. I'm putting it out there.
See, you know something?
I'm putting it out there. These
They-
companies that allegedly help people.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm not taking it back. You can quote me.
If his kidneys would have failed, it never would have happened. Fuckers. Really. Medical attention. And what do you...
If he had that much fucking money, he would have got a kidney already.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like,
But there's probably something in the Muslim faith.
Right, probably.
I mean,
they
just wax
It's not a pork
I don't know.
kidney. Kidney isn't made of pork.
I'm not up on my religion.
Yeah, I think there's something in the Muslim religion. You can't have a kidney. Something about it. I don't know.
Richie's definitely onto something. You don't think someone in his entourage was a perfect fit for fucking giving up a kidney for
I know,
Osama
right?
bin Laden?
Get his brother Pippin to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Pippin's got 2 kidneys.
keep whacking people until they found a kidney that worked.
One of the guys that's going to be a suicide bomber the next day. You go,
Right.
excuse me, dude, can
Before
I
you
have a
go, I
kidney?
gotta take
Yeah,
your
right.
kidney.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's what I always
goddamn
found
kidney.
weird about 9/11 was that some of them were sitting in first class. No, some of them were sitting in economy. Why wouldn't all of them be in first class?
Yeah, you think of...
What are you saving your money for?
I think
Enjoy a movie. Have a nice meal. What are you fucking around for?
Well,
if you get a window seat, you can't even get up to hijack.
They wanted to take
That's
over
true.
the entire plane and make sure people were controlled in the back and in the middle and in the front.
Yes.
They had it all figured out there.
My God, man.
This Jim Jefferies doesn't appreciate the.
I don't know where
the effect this has had on our country.
Where do you plug in a fucking dialysis machine in a mountain?
Same place you charge your phone.
Where?
I don't know.
I have no idea. What is it? Running off an old Ford?
There's generators. And
Oh,
stuff.
generators.
Yeah, he's probably
Oh,
got
man.
James Bond type of caves with
You
everything
think that
need
like
and-
the
yeah.
Bat Cave or something like that?
It's a petrol run dialysis machine. And you can say what you want about the Arabs, and they've got fuckloads of petrol.
It's just you dump oil in there, filtering your kidneys with an internal combustion engine.
If they could give Australia electricity, they could get electricity in a cave.
Exactly.
I don't know how the
Exactly.
fuck you guys got electricity being the only thing around. That's weird to me.
Water generated stuff.
Yeah.
How did you get electricity?
We're connected to the land masses.
You invented it.
We were
That's
able to
right.
figure it all out.
Hey, fucking Menlo Park, my friend.
Well, that's right.
Well, Thomas Alva Edison.
Is he the cunt who fucking
Yeah, it's a light bulb guy.
stole the whole telephone? Someone stole the telephone.
No, Alexander Graham Bell stole the telephone from some other guy
Maiucci.
who was like, yeah, he was going to patent it like at the same time, and they pretty much had a foot race to the patent office.
Is that true, Otto?
Yeah.
You know,
I heard that on The Sopranos. That's where I get.
They were
most
probably
of
at
it.
the door, like pulling each other back. Norton.
There's an episode of The Simpsons where they make a joke about
I'm Team Tesla. Myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm Team Tesla.
who's
All the way.
Tesla?
Tesla's invented everything.
Tesla and
didn't get
Edison
the
had a
credit he
little battle
deserved.
back then, too.
Yeah.
That was like the early days. It was like the rap wars of inventing.
That's right.
Back then. They used to just go at each other.
My dad thought he invented the mixtape. My dad gave to me with this idea. He went to me, he goes, I got an idea, right? What you do is, everyone has like albums that have just a complete band on it. What you should do is get an album and have different songs from different bands.
Crazy.
Right? And I go, Dad, that's a compilation album. He goes, yeah, but not with the songs that I like.
Oh, well. Oh, so that's the mix. Because I was going to say, it sounded like he was pitching a K-Tel kind of
No,
thing.
but he thought he did. He thought, oh, I'm going to fucking market this. They don't put shit songs together. Put all good songs. There you go. Make that.
Songs I like.
What kind of songs does your dad like?
My dad's a big... I saw John Denver no less than 5 times
Get
live
outta
as
here.
a child.
Ooh.
Do you enjoy?
I have a fondness for him because it reminds me of my childhood, but
What
no.
song? What song was yours?
Oh, I liked a bit of, I like Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. Leaving on a jet plane, that's a very...
He didn't like that one.
Good though I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. That one's a
that
good
one, right.
The Calypso, yeah.
Do you know that Country Roads is the most known song in the English language next to Happy Birthday? Because the Japs love karaoke, and it's the #1 karaoke song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's the number one.
Which
That's the
karaoke song
#1
in the world?
karaoke song in the world. People love
Why
it.
that one?
Oh,
I thought it was I Will Survive.
I know,
Yeah.
it's
probably
Country Roads. People love
Country
that.
Roads.
Yeah, people love that.
Take me home to the prey. I belong. It's nothing
West
funnier.
Virginia.
Nothing funnier than watching an Asian guy do American songs at karaoke.
Yeah.
They're so serious. Oh,
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain,
Shenandoah River.
The Mule Train.
And then life is older than the tree, younger than the
Everybody.
mountain, older like a breeze.
Country Roads, take me home.
I got a toodle.
West Virginia.
Wait for the toodly doos. It's the best part.
Can we have a toodle of the day?
Here he goes.
Toodly toodly doo, toodly doodly doo. What the fuck was he doing? He was in one of those experimental planes when he
suffered from depression.
and he ran out of fucking gas. They think.
No, he just fucking plowed it into the ocean. That guy.
This guy.
I heard he had a fucked up thing with this fuel switching handle was behind his back.
Right.
And he had to switch the tanks in each wing, and he couldn't get to the fucking fuel switching handle behind him and ran out of fucking gas. With half a tank of gas left, he ran out of gas.
Why couldn't that happen automatically, though, switching the tanks over?
Because it was a kit plane.
A little kit plane,
that.
Yeah.
Little thing.
I don't want to have to pull a lever to make sure the
Yeah.
fuel is now being taken from another tank while I'm up in the air.
I read his biography, right? And
why would you do that?
It was a fan. And it's called Country Roads Take Me Home, the John Denver song.
Of course it
The
is.
good thing was about him was he sang all these love songs like Annie's Song and all that type of stuff. But he was it says in the book like he alludes to being a wife beater. Like he just he
doesn't want to go all in, but
he's
he kind of
like,
hints.
sometimes I lost my temper and there were bruises. There was one time his first wife said, "I'm taking half," when they were getting divorced, then drove off. She came back to him sitting on a pile of half of all the furniture. He cut every bit of cutting furniture up with a chainsaw. The lovely John Denver just sitting there in a psychotic mood, just through the couch.
Get in the car and get on the country road, you fucking bitch. Drinking. Fucking belter in the eye.
Let's go to Brian in Maryland. His father's better than your father, Jim.
Shit.
It wouldn't be hard. I'm not going to stick up for my dad.
Brian, what do you got on your dad?
My dad is in a John Denver tribute band.
Wow.
Wait.
Shit.
A band? Isn't it just one guy? Isn't he a tribute act?
Full band. It's a full band, and they get together every year in October on the anniversary of his death. And people come from all over the world, and they cry, and they have memorials. And
Wait, is he the guy? Is he like the John Denver guy?
He is one of them, yes. He sings 3 or 4 of the songs, and a couple other guys sing 3 or 4.
Wait, then they bring out another John Denver?
There's different generations of John Denver.
Oh.
Do they share the same wig to look like John Denver?
Oh, no, they put a guitar on stage that's just remembering him.
And then the last one's called Kit Plain Allen.
Yeah.
There's a competing John Denver band that they rival with to get this one stage every year.
Ever fight? Knife fight.
There's a rivalry.
John Denver knife fight.
Nice.
They all look like John Denver. Come on, motherfucker.
It's the Sharks and the Jets.
Yeah.
And anybody
Country roads. Dun, 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 dun.
What, Brian?
Anybody from Aspen will tell you that he was a well-known partier back
Yeah.
in the day. Got multiple DUIs.
Yeah, he got
Was
done
a
drink
notorious-
driving several times, didn't he?
Yes.
Him and Billy Joel.
Oh, right. I remember him getting DWIs.
So
Yeah.
Brother Joe doing a U2 tribute band, I can understand, but the John Denver tribute band.
What's the name of the band?
Actually, I think they just called it a tribute to John Denver.
No, they should call it John Bender.
Because sometimes you can find it on YouTube and shit like that, which is pretty funny when you find these tribute band guys and stuff, and they totally are into it, like Neil Diamond, and the guy thinks he's fucking Neil Diamond and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just embarrassing to watch.
It's like the guy who did Michael Jackson, and then he just kept on changing his face to fucking move along.
Yeah, he had to keep fucking up his face to stick with that. Tim, what do you got?
I think I saw a couple of years ago up in North Jersey, and there was a black broad in the front row, and she had blonde hair, and he pretty much made a comment saying that it was like putting whipped cream on dog shit.
Is this John Denver?
No.
Wow, he really was a partier.
a mean drunk.
He got a little crazy. That's pretty brave on John Denver's part.
Now everyone, thank God I'm a country boy.
You know what? With statements like that, he should have died. World doesn't need him. No, it was Otto,
He
right?
was fucking huge in the 70s.
Yeah.
Denver was huge.
Oh, my God. Huger than fucking...
He had a
what,
few
what,
hits.
what star was like...
Other than
Bigger
him,
than him
Dolly
back
Parton,
then.
maybe? I don't
Yeah.
know.
He,
huge.
I used to love him on the
Bee
Muppet
Gees.
Show, man. He was
Really?
always great on the Muppet Show. John
Muppet
Denver.
Show was very
How old
hip.
are you?
Right?
What are you, a kid?
I love the Muppet Show.
Did you?
My favourite Muppet Show story is the one that Richard Pryor couldn't go on it because he was freebasting. And he'd been drinking vodka, and then he spilt all over his shirt. He's free roasting, like some Coke rock falls off into his chest and burns 80% of his body. And that's the reason he didn't do the Muppet Show. And that's the only episode not to have a celebrity on it.
He was booked to do it?
He was booked to do the Muppet Show the next day
No
after he
shit.
got all those burns.
I never knew that. Okay, let me say hi to Megan in West Virginia. Megan.
Mountain Mama.
Megan.
Megan. What's up, Megan?
I traveled across Europe, same year 9/11, Amsterdam, Brussels, Prague, Czech Republic, Germany. Everywhere I went, when I would say I was from West Virginia, I didn't even have to explain it because that fucking song is so popular. It's not just the
Oh, West Virginia.
The
I
world's
bet that
mad for
song is
Mountain
really
Mama.
playing.
Take me
Yeah.
home.
I have a Mountain Mama tattoo.
Is that right next to Titty Mountain Highway?
God.
I like Colorado Rocky Mountain High. It was just like, it's a song about him sitting around a fireplace getting stoned, and old people love it. You know.
Well, let's take a listen to that. You got that, Travis?
No, I don't. Actually.
Folks around the campfire and everyone is high. And when I was in Denver and they said I was in the Rocky Mountains, I called me dad and went, oh,
I'm
guess where
sitting
I am.
in a plane that doesn't fly.
Anthony Larry King.
I'm screaming as I plummet
He
from
loved
the sky.
Australia. He wrote a song about Australia. He married his second wife was Australian.
Really?
There you go. I feel bad about all this information I know about John Denver.
You really know a lot about that guy.
Yeah,
A little too much.
They never found his corpse either, right?
Really?
Yeah, I think it was just disintegrated.
Wow,
Yeah.
listen to
Became
this.
fish food, probably,
Yeah.
right? He landed in the ocean.
Yeah.
Larry King checking in, Anthony. Larry.
What's Larry one?
Since you were unable to switch fuel tanks in flight, what was the first thing that went through your mind when you hit the ground? To linger longer.
His asshole.
Gag.
What is this now? Dave in West Virginia. Dave?
Hey, this is Dave, actually from upstate New York. I grew up in West Virginia, all right? And up there in West Virginia, or down there in West Virginia, John Denver is really popular, all right? I mean, he is like the king
No shit.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to tell you is just coming back from Iraq, that song that he's got, Readjustment Blues, I really identify with that song, okay? I can really identify with it. So,
Really?
I don't know if you've ever listened to it or not.
Why do you identify with that song?
The readjusting blues.
Well, because he's got to readjust because he's coming back from
Yeah,
Iraq.
he's coming back
Okay,
from
I
Iraq.
got
He's
you.
got to
Yeah.
get a job, and the economy's not good. Jeez, Opie, you don't care about this country.
Touche, my friend. Thank you, Dave.
It's hard to, just get a job at McDonald's after you've been shooting people, too. It's kind of got to readjust.
Oh, shit. I hope he calls back. Yeah, and I talk about how these guys are over there in these crazy tanks and shit, just blowing up stuff, and then they come back and they now have to drive a minivan or something. And,
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm
and
just...
follow the rules of the,
They reckon
of the road and all that.
It's like over 50% of all homeless are ex-military or something.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact statistic. It might even be higher than that. And this whole idea of you strong or you army strong, it fucks people up, that job, man.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucks
Especially if
people
you're
up.
in battle. You're killing people. You're told your entire life that's bad. That is a bad thing. You don't kill people. And then they go, here, kill people.
Right.
But only during this period of time and only here.
The same age
once
as
you go
your
home,
children, basically.
Yeah. And then once you go home, you got to stop killing. But now you can't ever kill anyone again.
Yeah, and if you get into a bar
wait a
fight,
minute.
don't hurt that guy.
Yeah, you
don't
can't
hurt him.
kill him.
No.
It's like, oh, it's such a weird thing. It's like, all right,
tell you
kill
what,
as many of them as you can.
These little
Now stop.
villages they make out in the middle of nowhere. There was one, I think it was Afghanistan, it might have been Iraq. I think it was Afghanistan. It had like an ice hockey rink in it.
Really?
It had a fucking Burger King, a Subway, and a
Oh,
Pizza Hut.
I've seen
And they built this
films
wall-
of those. Yeah.
They're quite
And they walk
nice.
around, and then all of a sudden mortals will start flying in on
Yeah,
them.
but no, I had... the first time I went to Afghanistan, they teach you the duck and roll. You walk around with your vest on the whole time, and they give you the helmet, and they go, if you hear the siren, put your helmet on and duck and cover. Get under the bed, put your hands above your head, and then that's what you do, and hope the ceiling doesn't fall in, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm there on the first date. I'm just playing like my my PSP, just playing video games, right? I hear, I fucking, all the soldiers are watching, but I'm like Speed Man, man. I fucking duck, roll, under helmet. And then I hear, can Steve please come to the office? Can Steve?
Oh, shit.
All these cops, all these soldiers like, well done, mate, well done. When you first get there, they fly over you fly over Baghdad, and what happens is they've got like these, the little wings of the airplane. When you get over the danger area, they shoot flares out from the little wings, and then the helicopter goes like from side to side. Now, the reason for that is if a heat-seeking missile comes, it'll be distracted by the flares, and the helicopter will fly out of range. But no one told me this was going to happen. As far as I'm concerned, the wings had just exploded, and we were all plummeting to our death, right? And I start screaming, we're going down. And they're, like, so happy because they've been waiting for this joke all day. Like, that's
man, what a gag.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy thinks he's dying. This is going to be really funny. Fucking lunatics.
They give you when you get off there, everyone's got like a camouflage bulletproof vest and helmet, and my one's blue. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck's mine blue? And they're like, oh, that's so the enemy know that you're a civilian. I'm like, does the enemy give a shit?
They don't care.
Because every time I got off the helicopter, I was surrounded by soldiers with guns protecting me. And if I was a sniper, I'd be like, geez, that cut in blue looks important.
He's got to be an important guy, right? Exactly.
Let's go to John in Savannah. John.
I just shot Jim Jefferies. That's all proud of himself.
Hey,
that'd be good for my career.
John.
Hey, guys. Didn't anyone else find it weird that Jim Jefferies has a lot more compassion for John Denver and his death than the victims of 9/11?
Well, I did not
That is a little bizarre.
That.
That's a little bizarre.
Can I please say that I have compassion?
No, Jim. It's back to you now.
Actually.
It's back to you.
Yeah. At least he didn't fly the plane into the building, did he? He just went into the ocean. He didn't hurt anybody.
You know how many fish he probably
I was not making fun of 9/11. When did I say it was a good thing?
No.
Not much compassion.
We weren't saying that.
That's what we've
just
today.
a little less compassion than for a fucking faggy country singer.
Hey, let's say hi to Stryker.
Stryker.
Good morning, boys.
Hey,
Stryker. You're talking about that Colorado Rocky Mountain High song. A couple of years ago, the state legislature here in Colorado wanted to make that the state song, and everybody was saying, "How can you make a song about drugs the state song?"
Yeah.
There's a huge controversy about it. They kind of like adopted a different version of it, but it was hilarious when they were going through this. And yeah, if you talk to people up there in the Aspen area, John Denver was not exactly the nicest person on the face of the planet. He had a bit of a temper. He was a bit of a drinker. He just like Billy Joel likes to wreck his cars. John Denver did that several times too. Drove off road through people's hedges and whatnot.
Remember Pink Houses, John Cougar Mellencamp there? Ain't That America for You and Me?
Yeah.
Reagan wanted to use that as his campaign song.
Yeah, until it came out, it was about.
I think it was Reagan, or it could have been. But the "Ain't That America" part, 'cause it's like small town kind of values and stuff. Until they told him this is an anti-government fucking kind of a.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Do you know Scotland, they signed a petition, they almost got it through to have the Proclaimers, I Would Walk 100 Miles or whatever, as their national anthem. People were trying to get it through because it's the only song that people know from Scotland.
That's the only one, yeah.
And they all like to sing it before football games, but it says nothing about Scotland.
Nothing.
It means nothing.
No. Let's go back to the karaoke discussion with this.
What's this? Yeah. You know I love you, baby.
I know that you've been waiting for me. I'm waiting too. In my imagination, I will all love on you. I know you got that fever for me, 102. Boy, I know that fear does set my temper through. If there's a camera up a hill, then it's gonna live with me.
He's crapping.
I do. If there's a camera up a hill, then it's best as a flick on you too. Cause if you learn your mother, break a bottle, sick rendezvous.
Hip hop sing.
I will hunt you down. Cause baby, I'm up in my business like a Wendy interview, but this is private. Between I touch my body, put me on the floor, wrestle me around, play with some more. Touch my body, throw me on the bed. I just wanna make you feel.
That's fantastic.
Throw me on the bed.
Tuts, mom.
Around your waist, just a little taste.
You people are racist.
Yeah.
You're racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You can't,
Let's say hi to Sean. Sean's saying you got the song wrong about the Reagan thing, Ant. I don't know. Let's say. Sean.
It might have been someone else, but wasn't it Born in the USA he wanted
Born
to
in the
use?
USA is what he actually used.
What?
Okay.
That's what he actually used.
I knew it was Pink Houses. He didn't want to use it.
And he
Or
tried
wanted
to tried to outlaw the Twisted Sister "We're Not Going to Take It" song because he said it was bad for the youth.
Really?
And then
Reagan?
Yeah, Reagan did.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he said that song was bad for the youth, and then someone
like
used it,
Gore
like
or
John Kerry or something like that. Someone recently used it in their campaign.
Really?
Yeah, I remember stuff.
I remember Reagan saying that though.
Oh, you read a
Yes.
lot.
I
Not
don't
America.
like Twisted Sister. No. Well.
Want to take a break?
He did say well a lot.
Well.
We'll take a break, and then we'll finish up with Jim Jefferies and Otto and George. You got Jim Jefferies at Caroline's tonight and
Yes.
tomorrow and Sunday, 212-757-4100. And the great Otto from Otto and George.
Absolutely.
Did you bring in the puppet today, Otto?
I didn't. I'm
That's
going
okay.
on 2 hours sleep. It's one
You
of those
don't
fucking...
need the puppet.
It's radio.
You
Just
don't
say
need
the
those
puppet's
stinky-
here. We would
Yeah.
have believed you.
I know.
No, he wants to do the thing.
Yeah.
He just puts his hand up on it. Tonight and tomorrow, Otto, and I highly recommend you go see Otto and George.
With Reverend Levy, another fucking lunatic.
Yeah, the comedy shop in Pine Brook, New Jersey. You know what? You could go see Jefferies, and then the next night see Otto and George, or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah,
It's a weekend
Caroline's
of
is
comedy,
a
man.
Nice club, though. I'm playing some shitbox, probably.
Nice plug.
I'm sure. I'm sure the fine people at the comedy shop appreciates that. They're
Well, so can I plug my DVD comes out on October the 13th as well.
Ooh. Jim Jefferies DVD. We're going to finish up with these guys in just a few. Opie, Anthony, Jim Jefferies, Otto from Otto and George. On a
Welcome to
Friday.
the
A
John
miserable
Denver
Friday
show.
here in New York City. Mark in Jersey. What do you got, Mark?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Mac.
Pretty good, Mark.
The Pentagon's just been hit.
Is that what they're
Listen,
doing
I
there?
just wanted to call up and tell you guys 8 years later, the day that the attacks happened, I was listening to your show, as I always do. And, Opie, I just want to thank you for one thing you did. I don't know if you recall. Maybe one day you can replay the tape. But you played a song by Metallica that basically pumped up, I'll call the spirits of the rockers. That was called Don't Tread on Me, which is one of my favorite songs by them. And I just want to thank you for that, because everybody, of course, was all fucked up that day, and you really brought spirits up as far as I'm concerned. I'm a former Navy SEAL, did the military thing and everything, and definitely know there was no thermite paint used that day. He's so full of shit, his fucking eyes are brown.
It really is an insult to a lot of people when he comes up with that
I've
shit.
been listening to you guys for a long, long time, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
No worries, bro. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Okay, have a great day.
We'll end our show with Don't Tread on Me today there, Danny. How about that?
That is a good one.
That's not going to be a problem.
That is good.
Yeah, we're distracted because they're doing in real
I hate when
time.
they do the real time thing, because
If you rewind it, the buildings go back up.
Yeah.
Boy.
Unfortunately.
How about a little compassion before we leave? How about just a little
Just
bit?
a tad.
Yeah. Just a tad.
Just an ounce of look at that. See,
Jesus.
that's not a control. Look, it just.
I'm just glad that John Denver
I
wasn't
hate
alive to see
conspiracy
this.
theorists.
Yeah, they should end that list with Pete Best too. Just 'cause he fucked so badly.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
and Pete
And Pete Best.
Pete Best.
Yeah.
That is classic. No one has gotten fucked harder than Pete Best over
Pete
the years.
Best.
So at least throw him on the
Sure.
list of names, so his name is read every year.
He does a little tour every now and
Holy
again,
poor
Pete
bloke.
Best.
Who did we have in it?
Bob Smith.
Did we have Pete Best in? We had
did?
Pete
You did?
Best.
Did you have Pete Best?
Did we have Pete Best in at NAW? The listeners know more than us, and we did these shows.
You
so
had
they
the
can remind
original
us.
drummer for the Beatles, and you
I
can't freaking
think
remember.
it was either him or another guy that got fucked. There was a few guys that got fucked with that whole Beatles thing.
Wow.
Well, you know one of the
fucking
things that-
Australian faggot.
Yep.
Bally bombing. Fuck you, you
Yep.
Australian fag.
Yep. That's what you get, Jim.
Oh,
what
man.
have I done wrong?
Oh, man, are they turning on
What
you?
about the John Denver thing? It's a happy childhood memory. Fucking.
Of course I have compassion for everything that happened in 9/11. What the fuck?
Yeah, you came in here and started talking about the metric system. Yeah. We got bigger things to talk about today.
Fuck you, you Aussie fucking cunt. Fuck.
They're going Bali bombing. Ha ha.
Yeah, and it's pronounced Bali. Like, that's
Bali.
fucking ridiculous.
Oh, Pete Best. This poor
There he is.
sap.
Look at him.
Pete Best.
How much money do you think he makes a year as
You know what?
the remaining Beatles and their wives and their kids make just millions and millions every fucking year?
What really fucked him was he wouldn't change his hairdo. The rest of them all got mop tops.
He was better looking than any of them. McCartney wanted to be the cute one. But then John Lennon said that Pete Best was a great drummer, but Ringo was a great Beatle. So that was...
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he meant. that
John
his
Lennon said
character-
that favourite, that famous quote where they went is Ringo Starr the best rock drummer in the world, and he went, Ringo Starr's not the best drummer in the Beatles.
He actually said that?
He actually said it. Even McCartney's a really good drummer.
I don't think there's going to be a Pete Best rock band.
No.
I don't think they're going to have like
Did
Guitar
they
Hero.
He comes in little
for
tours.
Pete
I do
Best.
little theatres sometimes where I see posters. He comes out and does 60 shows.
I meant the game.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Oh, right.
The Beatles rock band just came out 2 days ago. You think they threw him a bone?
You think
at least?
Pete Best got a couple of bucks?
Well,
What
fucking
happens-
throw him in there so he could get a few bucks.
He might
pay his bills.
He might be in those early bits of the game in the cave and all that. But you have the Pete Best rock band where it's like you
him
play
now.
one song and then you bake bread for the rest of it.
And the drum breaks and you can't play it anymore.
And look at Pete Best today. He's still
Yeah.
out there just trying to make a living.
He's touring with a Frank Sinatra Jr. impersonator.
Oh, shit.
He's
That's
still,
Pete Best?
He's still just trying to make it. He's he looks like he could be in one of Joe's bands.
Oh, look at him. I'm
Oh,
Pete Best.
my God.
Look at me. I played with the Beatles before they were.
And what is it?
Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
Poor
Look
guy.
at him. He doesn't sympathise about 9/11 at all. He's worse than
I
me.
know. He's all
There you
happy.
go.
That's a great line.
How did he
though.
not kill himself?
I know. Really.
Jesus.
Watching him on the Ed Sullivan
miss that
show,
ride,
watching
that
everything.
fucking ride
just
that he
watching the
missed out
whole
on. Oh, my
thing.
God.
Oh.
He did all the shit gigs right up to the second they made it.
It was Epstein who kicked him out. It wasn't
Yeah.
the other guys. Epstein just didn't think he gelled right.
Yeah.
You know.
We did have Pete
It
Best on the
would
show.
make you a bit homophobic, wouldn't it?
Damn, that's a little bit,
Like,
little bit. Fuck that
You're
guy.
like, that fag. What he did to me.
He just wanted me.
What did we say to Pete Best? I guarantee we were dicks
Oh,
to
we
him.
did have a line. It was one really kind of like, ooh, douchey.
Maybe
chill.
some of the old school listeners could
Trying to
call up and
remember.
let us know. Jeff, what do you got?
Hello. Yes, I was at this shitty dive bar in Roanoke where I live, and Pete Best played an act there. And the opening act was a band that we had hired for a party that we threw about 2 months before. And he was yelling, Roanoke, Roanoke, Roanoke. It was a disaster. I bet he made $50 that night.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but just the interviewing circuit and stuff. Like, you're going on Tonight shows and stuff. Like, I think if you put it out there, he could still get on Letterman if
he was on our show.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And you don't pay, do you? I've never earned a cent.
And and this was 10 years ago before we were really doing anything of significance.
He was a baker, wasn't he, for a long time? He became a, it's
Just add him to the list of names.
Oh, that old joke. There were rumors that Brian Epstein slept with John Lennon, but we know the fact is he fucked Pete Best.
Yeah. Wow.
Steve from Bayshore, thank you for that one.
Yeah, right on. Let's go to Footer. Footer?
Goody, we get it. Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up, Footer?
Just wanted to say, yeah, Jim Jefferies, I'm a big fan. But I just tuned in, and it's very clear to me that you just hate America. So
I don't hate him.
Oh, and he said good luck at Caroline's.
Otto just went, we should put Pete Best on the dead list. If your relative was on the dead list, you'd be going, well, that's not the same. Being kicked out of the drummer isn't the same as dying, but no one gets into
See,
Otto.
You don't get it because that's goofing
Wait a
on
minute.
Pete Best.
Whose team? Whose family got more fucked in that though?
What?
Pete Best. You know, he was a moneymaker if he stayed in the Beatles.
True.
Oh my God, Opie, you're disgusting me. Sorry. This is appalling what you've.
Look, there's darkness
You're
among us today, so I'm just trying to lighten
not just
the bucket.
Americans.
It's this is a
Did the guy actually go, good luck at Carol?
laughter.
Am I going to get lynched tonight? Is there going to be a real problem?
This is just nervous laughter from having to look at the tragedies of the day. Yes.
Before we move on from Pete Best, yes, thank you, Mark. I'll let Mark say
Got
it.
the line?
Yes, and it was Kimmy.
Kimmy from fucking Survivor.
Survivor used to be a friend of ours from one of the first Survivors. She used to do our show all the time. She was in studio getting naked or something.
Yes.
We were able to get her naked. And she said, go ahead, Mark. You take it from there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kimmy was in studio and she said, weren't you happy when John Lennon got shot?
Right, that was it.
To Pete Best.
Goes,
that was her
yeah.
question. We're like, Kimmy, you got a question for Pete Best? Yeah.
Jesus.
Were you happy when John
happy
Lennon
when
got
John
shot?
Lennon got
Pete
shot?
Best say?
Yes. No, I have no idea.
What did he say?
I don't remember the answer. The question
Did he
was,
laugh?
The question was too fucking much.
Yeah.
I know. I turned my head away. I couldn't look.
Uncomfortable moment.
Yeah, it really was.
Dumb cunt.
Oh, it's terrible.
I wonder if she's still
Don't
around.
watch this.
Who?
This
I don't know
Kimmy
why
girl.
I keep watching.
I thought you said she was a friend.
No, she used to.
Years ago, we had plenty of friends that were
They're
on
like
there,
this,
friends, but
friends with quotations.
and then years go by, and you're like, oh, remember how fucking good friends they were on the air for us and everything, and then they just go away.
What happened to your friend that used to call in? The guy who was really sick all the time. Is he around still?
Oh yeah. Remember that we had a call every Friday.
Tom.
The guy with
Tom.
when he fired the gun once on the air.
And it was his Tom
Is he
dead.
still okay?
He called our show. Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe if he's around, he can call right now. Jim Jefferies, this guy, terminal disease, and one day he calls up with a gun in his hand, and he was ready to do it live.
He was ready to do it.
Yeah. No. And then we kind of talked about it. Well, we did talk about it, or Anthony.
Yeah.
And then the gun went off by accident.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
day.
the police had to get involved, and they took him away. For a
I
while,
would. He was speaking after he made the shot. He didn't just make.
he
you
actually
think.
said something like "oops" or I didn't mean it. I don't know. It was something.
Yeah, but
to
he
acknowledge that was it was
because he said once the disease gets bad enough where he really can't live any kind of life, he's just going to end it. So he called up and was like, "It's really bad. I can't move." I was like,
Do you know they did this thing in I think it was euthanasia is legal in Holland because the Dutch are, they're go-ahead people.
They're cool with anything.
But there was this idea that these people had they get a cruise ship, take it out to international waters, and perform all the euthanasias out there. Right, because there's no laws. But that's like, have you ever been on a cruise ship where everyone throws streamers and stuff?
Yeah.
Would it be the same as that, where there's all these old women in wheelchairs and old men?
like, bon voyage.
Just wave goodbye to grandma. Wave goodbye. She's off on a little holiday.
That's a good way to go out. Thinking you got a nice cruise.
But like you might be sitting on the boat going, "Geez, it's nice out here, isn't it? Well, I've got something to live for."
We got Al Qaeda checking in. Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda.
Yeah. Al first name, Qaeda last name. Al.
Hey, hello, I'm Jim Jefferies. We love you over here.
Wow.
Damn,
If
man.
I'm so anti-America, why do I go out and entertain American troops in Iraq and Afghanistan?
And take
Put my
their
life
money?
in danger for free, right?
Big fat slob. Bye-bye.
Oh boy.
I can't believe that I've been made into a terrorist on this show.
You really have.
What did I say that was so bad? Name me one thing that I said that was so bad, if anyone can remember.
Play it in reverse and the buildings stand back up.
Oh, yeah, was that bad?
Yeah.
And I
It was
wouldn't.
just a bad joke.
And I wouldn't repeat it. I wouldn't repeat the rest of it. No way. Carolyn, what's up?
Hey, I'm just calling about some news I saw on live CNN.
What?
Breaking news: boat challenge. Coast Guards, they shot 10 rounds at the boat.
Where?
It's on the Potomac River.
What, just then?
What kind of fucking boat is going? What is it? Somali pirates on the Potomac?
They say it's a vessel. That's all they're saying right
Vessel.
now. It's in the restricted
my
zone,
charter.
and they're
It's my
ignoring
vessel.
the Coast Guard.
Oh, well,
Really? Let's go to CNN and check that shit out.
CNN. Why is everything else still playing the fucking?
If we got real breaking news,
Yeah.
they should.
I'm not going to make jokes about it. It'll make me anti-American.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Carolyn.
Don't fuck with the Coast Guard.
Is that true? Do we know that?
No.
Mountain Highway.
I think she's full of shite. Let's see.
Did we do everything else? We talked about the South African runner. You hear this
Coast
story?
Guard tries to keep boat out of area near Pentagon.
Don't tell me, was she racist?
Yes.
You don't know this story?
No, I've heard she's a man or something.
Well, she's both. But she doesn't have ovaries or a womb, and her testes are inside.
On the inside.
Well, you can't get into her for that. That doesn't make you an athlete.
What are they supposed to do with her? Who is she supposed to run against?
Has she got long hair?
Her mistake, like we said earlier, she has like male abs.
She got tits?
No,
Can't
not
tell.
really.
They're pecs.
What was she born as then?
Hermaphrodite.
They're saying
Has
hermaphrodite.
No,
Born
no,
like- okay.
no womb, no ovaries, and has testicles that are inside.
She's like a frog.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
If she went to a party, would you wear a dress?
Oh, good question.
We just said all it would take is a smell. You smell.
You just smell and know it smells like balls, even though they're on the inside.
Could a man fuck her? Is there a hole there?
Should be a vag. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's got 3 times the amount of testosterone of normal women.
What the fuck is
Look
that
at that
about?
thing. Wow, that is a fucking...
Anthony, I'm sorry. One of Jim Jefferies' relatives is calling the show.
Okay.
No, for real.
What? Fuck off.
For real.
Oh, let's see who it is.
It's Osama bin Jefferies. Osama.
This is Osama bin Jefferies. You are correct. Now listen. Why did you change your name? What are you embarrassed about? Come home. You have training to finish.
Oh, damn.
144,000 virgins or whatever the fuck it is waiting for you. We cut your belt with all of the little holes in it for the dynamite sticks.
Jesus.
All right.
He's implying you're some type of terrorist.
Which
Thank you,
uncle
Osama
was
bin
that?
Jefferies.
Osama bin Jeffries.
Osama bin Jeffries. What the fuck is that?
You know, we've always said our listeners are the funniest on radio, but they've stepped up their game this week.
Yeah, thank God.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but man, they got
Thank
even
God.
funnier. Tom in Chicago. What's up, Tom?
It's Tim. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Tim.
I was wondering when it was Jim Jeffries converted to Al Qaeda.
Jim, you got to turn this thing around, really. You got shows to sell out here, my
God
friend.
bless America. I love you all.
That's good.
Down with. I called them muzzies. Wasn't that enough?
That was
That
good.
was degrading.
I'm going to start using that. Muzzies.
Are you going to start using guilties, too?
You got muzzies and packies.
No, muzzies isn't a. It's just me and my mate say the word muzzies.
That's kind of fun, though. That should catch on.
Yeah.
The most racist thing I've heard of late. Oh, I'm not going. I'll tell you off air.
Oh, yeah?
No, it's not
really
good.
bad?
No,
Write
it's-
it down.
it's
What,
Write it down.
what ethnic
we
group
like,
does
we
it
like
involve?
playing Write It Down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a touchy
Write it down.
situation.
Here's a sharp.
No. I'll tell you afterwards. It's not. It's not.
I promise I
It was
won't.
just a
I
new
won't
word
read
that
it.
I heard. No, it's a lot of explaining. It's like a diagram, like a big thing.
I like the old word.
The new word's Mondays. Have you heard that?
No.
No one likes Mondays. It's not a good.
Holy shit. Okay, I got you. Inappropriate, Bill.
Oh, I'm not just. That's just what I
No, that's
heard.
good.
what I heard.
You're making points with our audience. They're a bunch of racist fucks.
I'm just trying to get back in and off the muzzies.
I think you're in.
I think it's time for line of the day. What do you think?
Line of the
We
you're
know
gonna get
what
an
the
argument
line
out
of the
me?
day is.
On
Everyone
fucking-
knows what it is.
On a shitty
And then we get to play
Friday?
Metallica. Don't Tread on Me today, nice and loud for everybody.
I like it.
Because we did that 8 years ago today. Oh, Larry King's
I'd
checking
like
in
to
now.
say sorry to the people of America.
All right, let's do our first runner-up line of the day.
One night had to happen. Ricky just fucking grabbed it. Grabbed
Rammed
a
it home.
big, giant red pussy. You know, it was just a giant bush.
Red
too.
bush.
Red bush.
Big clown fucking bush.
Those bushes.
Clown hair bush.
Her big fucking red bush, right? And then his coarse black Cuban hair just banging together like that. Wow. Yeah,
The
thank you,
Cuban
Danny.
Missile Crisis.
Yeah, that was like the Cuban Missile Crisis. His unclipped missile.
That's a paragraph.
That's
again.
a paragraph. Paragraph of the day.
Yeah, we gotta
Paragraph of the
do a lot.
day.
Dr. Steve wants to promote his show that's on Saturday night at 9 o'clock, Weird Medicine. He should have. What is he, sleeping, the lazy fuck? Call our show.
He's a doctor, for
and
the
promote
love of
your
God.
own goddamn radio show.
He's a doctor.
You better get his ass on the phone. Hold on a minute, Aunt. Larry King is checking in.
Oh,
Larry.
my God.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Jim Jefferies, how important is hating America to your comedy show?
Good question, Larry
I
King.
would have no material without it.
Let's go to Bobby. Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
What's up, boys?
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Jim, what song do you come out to? Black Eyed Peas, Boom, Boom, Boom?
Oh, no, that's just silly.
No, you're just being mean.
Now you're just.
Jim Jefferies will be
Being
at
stupid,
Caroline's
actually.
tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, 212-757-4100.
I got an early, late show, and I'll be getting my head kicked in an alleyway.
It's all good. Another runner-up line of the day.
The first time I went to Afghanistan, they teach you the duck and roll. You walk around with your vest on the whole time, and they give you the helmet, and they go, if you hear the siren, Put your helmet on and duck and cover. Get under the bed, put your hands above your head, and then that's what you do, and hope the ceiling doesn't fall in, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm there on the first day, and I'm just playing like my my PSP, just playing video games, right? I hear, I fucking, all the soldiers are watching, but I'm like Speed Man, and I fucking duck, roll, under helmet. And then I hear, can Steve please come to the office? Can Steve?
Oh, shit. Paragraph of the day.
Paragraph.
We all know what line of the day is that's going to win. He only said about 2 jokes the whole show, but we know what it is. He fucking nailed
Otto
it.
doesn't need a lot of base hits, my friend.
I know.
He gets up to that plate and he hits them out of the fucking park for everybody.
My comedy's like a scatter
That's when you
bomb.
pull out your fucking camera.
I just throw it out there and hope that something will hit.
I got something for Anthony. I know SiriusXM is trying to turn around the company a little bit.
Yeah.
But do we really have to like make up some money by doing Japanese tours today?
Yeah, it does look like we're at Radio City or something.
Our boss is showing a bunch of
it's like NBC
a
Studios
bunch of
tour.
those people
Yeah,
around the facility.
They're called Pearl Harbors.
Oh shit!
Let me say hi to Matt in Queensbury. Matt,
Hey guys, yeah, I got a knock joke for Jim Jefferies.
Okay.
Hey, Jim, knock.
Who's there?
9/11.
9/11 who? I thought
See
you said
that
you
fucking
wouldn't.
Aussie? He already forgot that.
Yeah.
you fucking forgot.
damn.
Jim.
Said you wouldn't
America.
forget.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
wonderful.
Said you
You're
wouldn't
not
forget.
supposed to forget.
Never forget. Right.
Time for the line of the day, I think.
Here comes the line of the day. Line of the day.
I'm just glad that John Denver
I
wasn't
hate
alive to see
conspiracy
this.
theorists.
Yeah, they should end that list with Pete Best too. You know, fucked so badly.
Shit.
Yeah.
That was a
Teddy Mountain Highway.
Oh, great.
that was a slow burn of that line. It took us a while to get it. We were like,
Otto.
it was that good a line that we were like,
Right the fuck on, Otto.
I'm a wet fuse.
Otto's going to be at the Comedy Shop with Reverend Bob Levy tonight and tomorrow. Sorry, Pine Brook, New Jersey. JJComedy.com or call 866-552-6633, extension 1. You got a lot of comedy this weekend, people.
Yes.
Figure it out. What night do you see Jim and what night do you see Otto? That's
my
all you have to
DVD
worry
comes
about.
out the 13th of October. 10% of all proceeds go to Al Qaeda. Just
Let me say hi to Matt on Long Island. Matt.
Matt?
What happened here? Let's try that again. Uh-oh. Okay. Matt.
Hey, Jim, do you burn a flag during the early show or the late show tonight?
When does the American flag burning take
I wiped
place?
my ass with it in the first show. Burn it in the second.
Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Hey, Jim, you traitor. When are you going to yell out Baba Booey?
I don't even remember saying anything bad. I can't remember exactly what I did.
Listen to the replay.
Yeah.
You'll hear it.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home and listen to the show again.
Yeah, just listen to it and go, I remember saying that.
Anthony Bulletin, Coast Guard incident in D.C. was a drill, supposedly. Getting that news coming in.
See? Just stop.
All right, Otto. Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
Jim, good to see you. I'll be at one of the shows this weekend. I don't miss Jim Jefferies.
Cool.
I wish you were closer. Maybe I go to the Comedy Shop. Maybe I take a ride. How far from the city?
45 to an hour, I think. It's a schlep, but...
Have fun this weekend, Otto.
Yeah.
It's a little far.
You know I love you, but...
I know.
If it was 10 minutes...
I hear that.
Why don't we play Don't Tread on Me? We did this 8 years ago, and
Yeah.
that guy with that fine phone call reminded us of that. So we'll crank this out for everybody to start their weekend. And we'll see you guys Monday. Thanks.
Thank you.
to your death.